Supporters, stalwarts, fighters of the new National Party. Good evening, brothers and sisters. But you know I would move on very quickly to recognize that we are not the only ones in this room, that we have Grenadians, Caracunians, and Pitimatnicians online who may not be members or even supporters of this party, but we welcome you, we love you, and we are happy to have you this evening. I've always said this, we love our party, we will fight for our party, but we love Grenada, Carriacou, and Pitimatnic even more. And that is why we are fighting the way we are. Brothers and sisters, permit me to also recognize the delegation from Carriacou and Pitimatnic. Stand and take a bow. Stand and take a bow. We love you. And Carriacou, we come in on Saturday. Carriacou and Pitimatnic, we coming. Brothers and sisters, today is the 7th of September, 2025. Lest we forget. I've heard in the audience, today is Ivan's birthday. But you know why I remind us, brothers and sisters? Because we take so much for granted. Do you remember that Grenada lost over 90% of its housing stock during Hurricane Ivan? Do you remember that about 85% of our people was homeless as a result of the passage of Hurricane Ivan? Lest we forget, we take so much for granted. And that is why I say to you on this day, on this anniversary of Hurricane Ivan, I say to you, put your hands together for the new National Party administration and for all those who supported us to bring relief to the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Pitimatnic. That is why it's painful to see the response of this administration to just a fraction of what the NNP administration had to deal with in 2004. After 1 year, people are still living under tents. But brothers and sisters, I believe Brother Cox did an excellent job addressing the issues of Carriacou and Pitimatnic. And today, I will speak to you on a topic that we have vowed never to have a public meeting and not address: the issue of cost of living. So I will speak to you on cost of living, poor leadership, and poor legislative focus in one. Brothers and sisters, I stand before you today with a very heavy heart. But I stand today not just with a heavy heart, I stand with determination. And I stand with hope and faith in God for the future of Grenada, Carriacou, and Pitimatnic. I stand, brothers and sisters, because wherever I go, and I'm sure you have the same experience, from St. Andrew to St. David, St. George's to St. Mark, St. John to St. Patrick, and all the way to Carriacou and Pitimatnic, the message is the same. Things are harder under the NDC administration. As a matter of fact, most people would tell you it is not that things are just harder. This is the worst that they have ever experienced in their lifetime. Brothers and sisters, we speak every day. I speak to mothers who are on the brink of giving up. I speak to fathers who say they are working even harder, but still can't meet the demands of their families. Brothers and sisters, I speak to businessmen who tell you for the first time they're operating on overdraft, and many are contemplating whether it makes sense economically to continue business. Brothers and sisters, I speak to farmers who would say that this is the worst experience that they've ever had, having to look at their produce rotten, no markets, and their families are struggling at the same time. But what is worse? What is worse, brothers and sisters? No plan, no vision, and no support from this administration. Brothers and sisters, I speak to fishermen who are losing hope, especially with the news that is hanging over their head of a pending ban on the importation or the export of fish from Grenada. I speak to public officers who say to you that they feel cheated, not being able to reap the benefits of the 1958 Pension Act. Brothers and sisters, I speak to busmen and vehicle owners who say to you they sometimes have to pack up their vehicles because they cannot afford to maintain their vehicles as a result of the poor condition of our roads. Brothers and sisters, when you repeat these things over and over, you understand what it does to you. Brothers and sisters, I speak to young people filled with talent, filled with ambition, filled with purpose. But they say to you that they feel robbed of the very opportunities that they were promised. One young man said to me, after explaining his experience, he said, I feel like the story of the dog that left the bone and jumped behind the shadow. The situation is real. But I say to you tonight, brothers and sisters, these reflections are not what the people of Grenada voted for. It is not the change that they expected when they cast their votes at the last general elections. So let us deal with the facts of the rising cost of living and food inflation specifically. Brothers and sisters, I won't stop repeating because the intention is that each time you raise it, hopefully, somebody's conscience would be triggered and somebody's conscience would be moved to do something for the people of this country who are suffering. So, brothers and sisters, in 2022, I said to you before, food inflation was 118 points. What is it currently? Over 143 points. What does that mean in simple terms? Most of the items in the supermarket, the prices are going up, up, up. That is simply what this means. Everything is going up. And it's not just that it's going up, making it almost impossible for some to survive. The things that some people did comfortably 3 years ago, they are finding it impossible to do it right now. Instead of going forward, we are heading backward. But don't be fooled. Other speakers hinted it before. Don't be fooled. While ordinary citizens are struggling, there are some people in this country who are saying it's their time now. While the majority of Grenadians have to walk with a calculator When they shop at the supermarket, there are some people who are shopping without care, and they say it is their time now. No care for the poor people of this country. In some cases, they can't care because their salaries have doubled and tripled overnight, and no work to show for the increase in salary. In the private sector, I say to you, most of them would have been fired already for poor performance. Many of them would have been fired. Poor performance. Brothers and sisters, instead of fixing cost of living, instead of reducing the pain inflicted on poor people, this government continues to add burden upon burden upon burden on the people of this country. The very family in our countries, the very families throughout the length and breadth of Grenada, struggling to survive, rather than bring legislation that would bring relief to these families, our government is seeking to bring legislation to further destroy the very fabric of our families throughout this country. What a shame. What a shame. Brothers and sisters, this new bill that you are quite familiar with by now allow even 12-year-olds to access sexual and reproductive health services without their parents' consent. And I've heard one minister said, and try to explain, that people are misunderstanding the bill. That minister attempts to explain what is the intent of the drafters of the bill. And I looked at her and I said, you have to be mad or what? Because it's not about what the drafters believe. It is not about what is in the heads of the drafters. It is what about this bill and what it does in terms of opening up a door that we will never be able to close when it is opened. Brothers and sisters, it's not about the intent. It's not about what they want to do. It is about the power that is given through this bill to destroy our children and the relationship with their parents. That is what I'm concerned about. So don't tell me about what the drafters intended to do and what they intend to do. I really don't care. What we are concerned about is the power within the bill given to 12-year-olds and over. But I say to you, brothers and sisters, something is terribly wrong. Something is terribly wrong. But I hasten to say to you at the same time that I believe, brothers and sisters, that the new National Party is the only real hope of change for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit-Martinique. Change for the better. Brothers and sisters, a party that has always protected our children, a party that has always protected families. That is what the NNP has always been. So what a contradiction. They say people are too young to get married at 16. But they are old enough at 12 to make decisions without their parents on their sexual and reproductive health and choices. What a contradiction. What commerce. What destruction of our children and our families. Somebody has to be prepared to create a disaster in this country. Brothers and sisters, we clearly have a leadership crisis in this country. I believe the governance and the good governance mantra has been destroyed. It is not working. And I'll tell you why. Good governance is like running a strong organization. You set objectives, you track performance, and you measure progress. That is what strong organizations do. You meet with your team, you motivate them, you fix problems, and you deliver results. That is what leadership demands. But I say to you in Grenada here, we have a big problem. This administration has abandoned an internationally recognized model. And guess what they have tried to introduce instead? Management by social media likes. So for them, it is about the likes. It is about the shares. It is about the reels, not about results, not about helping poor people. It's not about reducing cost of living. It's about who can get the most likes on social media. What a shame. Nothing about performance. Nothing about solving problems. And that is why I say to you, people in this country are having so many problems unaddressed because leadership is not focused on solving problems and creating possibilities for people. Governance has become like glamour. That is what governance has become in this country, glamour. Brothers and sisters, this is not what we are used to. This is not what we are used to. Competent people are being pushed out of key positions. People who have worked so hard for years in government ministries, pushed aside, and newcomers like square pegs in round holes who have no clue about what they're doing are given the power to run ministries and run departments and to make important decisions. This is why we are where we are today. Poor leadership in this country. And I say to you, when a fish begins to rotten, it rottens from the head. And that is why the Prime Minister of this country must take responsibility for the mess that exists in this country today. Brothers and sisters, there is no urgency to address anything. And let us not start to name. There is no urgency to complete anything. Start with the Cliff Project. No accountability. Not a word from this administration of the real reason why some of these projects are held up. Millions of dollars in cost overrun. Leadership is lacking in this country. Brothers and sisters, our families deserve better. Our farmers deserve better. Our fishermen deserve better. Our private sector workers deserve better because the incentive for businesses and the support for businesses dwindling every day. Some of them are hanging on a thread of survival, sending workers home because they cannot meet the demands. And we talk about minimum wage. We're going to address that separately one day. We are supportive 100% of minimum wage increase. 100%. And anyone who says that NNP does not support minimum wage increase is a liar. Anyone who says that. Because we have consistently said that we have no problem. We support any administration that increases minimum wage. But you cannot do it in a way where businesses have to send home workers. You cannot do it in a way where the same workers receive the increase in one hand and they have to spend it in the other hand. You have to know how to do what you do so that everybody could reap the benefits. You see, what they missed is that there's a way to do the increase. And I say to this administration, mind your business. Because this minimum wage thing will kill some people out there. Mind your business and provide support to the small businesses that cannot survive. Mind your business and provide relief to the workers who cannot meet their monthly expenses, because the cost of everything, goods as well as services, have increased. It is one thing to do. It's another thing to find the right formula to do what you do. And that is where leadership comes in. Brothers and sisters, the NNP believe in strong families. We believe in respecting parents' rights. We believe in protecting our children. And brothers and sisters, under the NNP, leadership brings results for the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. So under the NNP, we ease the rising cost of living with real measures. What is NDC doing? Not just... Brothers and sisters, we supported farmers and fishermen with real support and opportunities. Brothers and sisters, we protected our children, and I know this one is dear to your heart. But I say to you this evening, I did not enter politics because of glamour and title. I came because I understood what it means to struggle. And I understood, brothers and sisters, what it means when you know that people need support that requires you to give of your all. Brothers and sisters, there's a difference between the NNP team and the NDC team, because the NNP is about giving. The NNP is about loving people. And we have an administration where it's all about gimme, gimme, gimme. I'm going to take, even if it means taking away from the very people that you're supposed to love, like taking millions from the Grenada Development Bank when fishermen in Soubise and Grenville are crying out that they cannot get $10,000. One person walks away with $3 million in government. Brothers and sisters, this evening, we have a simple responsibility. We have a simple responsibility. Simple, but yet very important. We have a responsibility, brothers and sisters, to do whatever it takes to protect our country. And that is why I ask you this evening, as I've asked you before, are you prepared to protect the families of this country, brothers and sisters? Are you prepared to protect our children in this country? Are you prepared to demand strong leadership in this country? And are you prepared to be the change that you want to see, that Grenada want to see? And that is the critical thing. What is the change that we want to see? What is the change that we want to see? And are you prepared to be that change? Because it's one thing to talk about change. It's one thing to talk about wanting better. It is one thing to complain about what is going wrong. But it's another thing to be the change that you want to see. So I say to you as I close, get down to work. Get down to serious work if you are seriously concerned about Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. Check for your names on the voters list. Check for your family names on the voters list. Register your family and friends. This thing is crucial. This thing is serious, and lives are at risk by the very actions if we do not take them. And I say to you, more importantly, I say to persons who are online and are concerned about Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. It is not just about talking about the situation. It is about taking decisive action. And so I say to those who did not support us, think about what is best for Grenada. And the next time you have an opportunity to decide on the future of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique, I say to you with all confidence that you can trust the hands of the new National Party. We are not just safer hands. We are not just safer hands. I declare that we are indeed the safest hands that you can find to protect Grenada, to protect Carriacou, and to protect Petite Martinique. So brothers and sisters, I say to you, Grenada deserves better. Grenada deserves change. Grenada deserves strong leadership. And the team of the new National Party, brothers and sisters, when I was the political leader of this party, it was my personal commitment to lead this party. And I say to you, as I lead together with the team, we are committed, brothers and sisters, to do what is necessary to save this country, to turn the direction, and to bring to the people of this country betterment. So may God bless you as we make the right choices, not based on color, as we make the right choices, not based on who we like and who we don't like, but choices for the best of our children and choices for the best of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. God bless you. God bless Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique.